3 days across the chaparral, sun burning holes through the back of my skull. Boots full of sand, gun heavy on my side, but Bruni's lights are shining like a welcome sign. Every saloon door swings with a story I know. Every face a ghost from a long time ago. Some smile, some curse my name under breath, but I've stared down worse and I've danced with death. Back in Bruni, where the trouble don't sleep, where the depths run deep and the secrets keep. I left with a price on my head that grew. Now I'm back in Bruni with the devil in view. Sheriff boy's older wears the same cold stare, like his daddy before he's quick to dare. He says you best ride on before the sun comes up, but my boots just sink deeper in the hometown dust. Back in Bruni, where the trouble don't sleep, where the depths run deep and secrets keep. I left with a price on my head that grew. Now I'm back in Bruni with the devil in view. Some folks leave and the town forgets. Some men ride back with no regrets. I've got ghosts waiting down every street, and the Alazans who still keep that beat. So I'll take my whiskey and the old cantina, where the air's thick with smoke and gasoline. Oh, if Bruni's the end, then I'll meet it grinning, 'cause this town knows every sin I've been in. Back in Bruni, where the trouble don't sleep, where the debts run deep and the secrets keep. I left with the price on my head that grew. Now I'm back in Bruni, and the devil's here too. Yeah, the devil's here too. Down in Laredo, by the borderline, where the cards turn fast in the dead of night, she sat in the corner with a smile like sin. Said you lose more than gold if you let me win. I'd have laid down silver, I'd have laid down gold, laid down a story I'd never told. She raised her glass, and I raised my bet, and the whole room knew I was in her net. Queen of spades and silver on the table, she'll break a man down if he ain't able. One is luck and the next is fate. With the queen of spades, you learn too late. Her hands moved quick, her eyes stayed still, like a rattlesnake cold on a windowsill. Dealer frowned, but the game rolled on. I swear the air felt dead and wrong. Queen of spades and silver on the table, she'll break a man down if he ain't able. One hand's luck and the next is fate. With the Queen of spades you learn too late. By the final deal, my chips were gone, but you pushed a card and said right along. Now I'm running with the law on my heels, and a face in my dreams when the moonlight reels. Some nights I see her in the Rio smoke, with a silver coin and a gambler's cloak. And I know if I sat at her table again, I'd lose my soul just to see her grin. Queen of spades and silver on the table, she'll break a man down if he ain't able. One hand's luck and the next is fate with the Queen of spades. You gotta learn too late. Too late. Out past the edge of the county line, where the mesquite twist and the stars don't shine, I found myself at a worn wood sign, pointing left to the gallows, right to the mine. Left was the truth I'd been running from, right was the gold that would never come. I lit a smoke and I took my time, 'cause every wrong turn had been mine. Hollow crossroads, Lord, I can't decide. Every road's got a place to hide. One leads to chains, one to a lie. Hollow crossroads in the midnight sky. I heard my mama saying, boy, go home. I heard the devil laugh, you're all alone. The wind kicked dust in my weary eyes, and the moon looked down like it heard my cries. Hollow crossroads, Lord, I can't decide. Every road's got a place to hide. One leads to change, one to lie. Hollow crossroads in the midnight sky. Some men pick quick, some men freeze, some walk away on shaky knees. But me, I stay till the break of day, watching my soul just fade away. When the sun came up, I took the left-hand track, with the weight of my sins on my weathered back. Don't know if it's right, but I know one thing: you can't hide from the choice you bring. Hollow crossroads, Lord, I can't decide. Every road's got a place to hide. One leads to change, one to lie. Hollow crossroads in the midnight sky. I'm still at that crossroads every time I close my eyes. By the Rio Grande, where the night runs deep, lives a shadow that the townsfolk keep. They say she walks when the moon is high, with a black veil low and a fire in her eye. Her name's been lost to the desert wind. Mi corazón, she whispers in sin. If you follow her steps by the water's glow, you'll never come back from La Sombra del Rio. La Sombra del Rio, she calls your name in the midnight heat. It all sounds the same. Cross that water, there's no return. In her shadow, oh, you'll burn. I saw her once on a blood-red tide. She beckoned me close, then I kept right. Her hands were warm, but her eyes were cold, and my silver ring turned to black in her hold. La Sombra del Rio, she calls her name in the midnight heat. It all sounds the same. Cross that water, there's no return. In her shadow, oh, you'll burn. Now I ride the banks, but I don't go near. I've learned her song is all you hear. And the men who've gone where the cold moon glows are buried deep where the river flows. La Sombra del Rio, she calls your name in the midnight heat. It all sounds the same. Cross that water, there's no return. In her shadow, you'll burn. Oh, you'll burn. Te tengo para siempre. Sun's creeping up through the prison bars, painting gold on a sky full of scars. Chain round my ankle, rope in their hand. This is the day I make my last stand. The warden's boots ring on the old stone floor, keys in his hand, eyes fixed on the door. No words, no mercy in his steady pace, just the long walk down to my final place. Cold iron sunrise burning my eyes. I can't run from the truth or the lies. Every mile I've rode, every deal I've done leads to this sunrise. And the setting sun. The chaplain's here with a Bible warm, speaks of grace in the light of morn. But my thoughts drift back to a chestnut mane and the dust we kick down the Rio Grande. Cold iron sunrise burning my eyes. I can't run from the truth or the lies. Every mile I roll, every deal I've done leads to this sunrise in the setting sun. I'll face the road with my hat pulled low, boots on my feet, not dying slow. 'Cause a man can't change where the trail will be. He can choose how he'll meet the end. Cold iron sunrise burning my eyes. I can't run from the truth or the lies. Every mile I'll roll, every deal I've done leads to this sunrise in the setting sun. Yeah, the setting sun. Chains round my wrists, cold steel on my skin, dust rising up from the road we're in. Sheriff's in front with his rifle laid low. We're riding that long hangman's road. Town's up ahead and the bells start to cry. I can see the black rope against the blue morning sky. Folks gather round just to watch the show as we roll down the long Hangman's Road. Hangman's Road with no turning back. Every mile's another weight on my back. Played my last hand, I've reaped what I've sowed. Now I'm bound for the end of the Hangman's Road. I see old faces from the life I've led, some throwing stones, some hanging their heads. The dust tastes bitter, but the wind feels cold, blowing down that long Hangman's Road. Hangman's Road with no turning back. Every mile's another weight on my back. I played my last stand, I've reaped what I've sowed. I'm bound for the end of the Hangman's Road. The Alazan's gone, my guns are too, but the shadow I cast still follows through. Some debts are paid with silver or gold, and some with the walk down the Hangman's Road. Now the wagon stops, I can hear the crowd roar. I step to the ground and I count each board. The gallows waiting with its frame of oak. At the end of the long hangman's road. Hangman's road with no turning back. Every mile's another weight on my back. I played my last hand, I reaped what I've sown. Now I'm standing at the end of the hangman's road. Walk me up the 13 steps. Sun's burning down, no shade is left. Crowd goes quiet, the air stands still, and the world feels smaller than it ever will. Preacher standing with his Bible closed, says I've had my time, the Lord already knows. Sheriff don't speak, just tips his hat, like he's saying, boy, it's too late for that. No prayer at noon, no pardon sign, just the clock striking 12, drawing the line. Every man meets the truth too soon. There's no prayer at noon. I look to the hills, but the hills don't care. I look to the sky, but the sky just stares. I think of the Alazan's galloping mane, and the sound of the Rio after the rain. No prayer at noon, no pardon sign, just the clock striking 12, drawing the line. Every man needs the truth too soon. There's no prayer at noon. Ropes on my neck, wind on my face. I ain't begging for heaven, just a little grace. 'Cause a man's last breath ought to mean something true, and mine's riding back to you. The hangman nods, the trap gives way, light floods white, then fades to gray. And the last thing I hear is a drum beat tune. In the silence you will feel, in the silence of no prayer at noon, no prayer at noon. Sun's at my back, wind in my hair, no rope, no chain, no lawman there. Just the smell of the sage and the dust in the air. And the Alazans run like he ain't got a care. I feel the reins in my calloused hands. We're flying fast across the borderlands. Every mile's a memory, every turn's a song, and the trail keeps rolling on and on. And the Alazan's last ride under God's own sky, with the angels watching and the eagles fly. No more running, no need to hide. Just the Alazan's last ride. Across the Rio in a silver light, water like glass in the arms of night. And on the far side stands everyone I've known, waiting to take me home. The Alazan's last ride under God's own sky, with the angels watching and the eagles fly. No more running, no need to hide. Just the Alazan's last ride. Some say death is a dark, cold door, but I've found a trail I've ridden before, where the grass grows tall and the wildflowers sway, and the sun never fades away. Now I see the hill where the willow bends, and the girl I love is there again. I pull the reins, but he runs all through, like he's riding straight to you. The Alazan's last ride under God's own sky, with the angels watching and the eagles fly. No more running, no need to hide. Just the Alazan's last ride.